rallies, feast on.
Truman Talks Law on Great Day Live is sponsored by the Karl Truman Law Office.
Welcome back. Even if you are a careful and cautious driver, you cannot always protect yourself completely from being hurt in a car wreck. But there is one thing you can do to avoid one tragedy leading to another.
Attorney Karl Truman joins us. He says it starts with looking at the statement from your insurance company. And Karl, that thing comes to me every year, and I look at it and it says, yeah, I don't read all that stuff, and we should.
And you really should, and that's one of the difficulties is, everybody thinks I'm a safe driver, why do I need it? Well, it's the other person on the road that you really have to be worried about, and understanding what coverage you have, because, I see tragic cases all the time, just like recently I've got a case involving a 31-year-old gentleman who was killed by someone crossed the center line, hit him. He's got a small 10-year-old child. And he did not have enough insurance coverage, so he's going to leave his family in a difficult situation.
So how can you avoid that happening? What do you need to look for when you're shopping for your car insurance?
Well, understand what coverage you have. Everyone, we get what's called a declarations page, and talk to your insurance agent about what coverage and how much coverage is enough. I know budgets are tight, people looking at that bill and thinking that that is one of the areas that you can cut corners on, but because we all think, why do I need that? I'm not going to be insurance poor by paying too much for premiums. So knowing where you are, what coverage you have, and making sure you've got enough coverage. And again, specifically, what I talk about a lot is what's called uninsured motorists, which if someone hits you and they don't have any insurance coverage, then that protects you. Or in what's called underinsured motorist coverage, which means if someone hits you and you're hurt fairly bad, then and they don't have enough coverage, then it kicks in on top of what they have.
Is there an issue because most of us are kind of anesthetized to the thought that, oh, well, we're in no-fault state. What does it matter if the other person has insurance?
Well, that's a totally different situation. I mean, no fault simply refers to payment of medical bills, because under what's called PIP. And that's a big topic for another show that certainly we'll want to talk about. But that's really got nothing to do with who's going to pay for your injury claim or your lost wages long term if you're really hurt.
So when you talk to your insurance agent, do you use the term uninsured and underinsured?
Yes, you want to specifically look at that. And one of the things that I get a little frustrated with is so many clients will come into my office and they'll say, well, I have full coverage. I don't know where that term came from. I don't know if it was an insurance agent just made that up to assure people, oh, don't worry about it. But full coverage doesn't really tell me anything. You have to look at your policy to see what coverage you truly have.
But this is one of those things, again, you need to think about it before something bad happens. We're looking at prevention here, not trying to scramble after it's too late.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the key importance is looking out, protecting yourself and protecting your family.
And you can alter an insurance policy by getting in contact with your agent today. It's not like you say, well, when my insurance runs out next January, we'll look at that.
Oh, absolutely. You can call your insurance agent at any time. And I think most insurance agents would probably be surprised to hear me say that most people don't have enough coverage.
All right. We've got about 30 seconds left, but if you're involved in an accident, what are the things you do right away?
Well, certainly make sure everyone's okay, calling the police, ambulance if people are hurt, and documenting. Sometimes even, phone, everybody has a phone with a camera on it now. There's nothing wrong with taking pictures to documenting things. But making sure everyone is okay, getting medical treatment as necessary, and then the earlier I can get involved in the case, the better job I can do for the client.
All right.
Karl.
Thank you so much. And you can reach the Truman Law Office by calling 502-222-2222.
And there's the website, trumanlaw.com. Thanks, Karl.